Okay, welcome back. Our last video, I showed you how to do a chain stitch. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a long short stitch. Now, when we do a long and short stitch, it's normally because the area that we want to use a satin stitch for is a little bit too big or too long. An example of this is actually this one. Right here at this area, you can tell that this got a little bit too long and it's not as tight and it's easier to fumble and it won't go back to its rightful place. As compared to something like this is short stitch. I can go push up and I go straight back down. That is not the same with these longer stitches. I push up and it won't go back down. So that's the reason why we do a long short stitch. I just didn't really want to do it for this one. So I made it a little bit easier on this one. So I'm going to start it and it's going to end up looking like a satin stitch, hopefully. Another reason why you want to do a long short stitch is that you want to have some type of ombre effect in your embroidery. And so when you do a long and short, you can do it on one end, a certain color, and then when you go back to meet up, it could be a different color, and that's why you want it staggered. So, but I'm only gonna do it in yellow, at least for the first bit, and then maybe I'll choose a different color. So start like satin. You're gonna pop up one end, and then I'm gonna go down. Okay. Now, what I mean by start like satin is you're gonna go straight back at the top, pop up on the top, like that, and then you like alternate squares when they get staggered. So I'm gonna put it right next to each other and go here. There we go. And then you're gonna pop back up from the top. Now, when I made this, I just did the 3 squares so it's easy for you guys to visualize a staggering product. But unlike the first 2 stitches that I made where I connected it right at the line, that is not what you have to do. Like the 3rd stitch, I just put in the middle. Because normally, when you do this, you're going to have an empty square like this. And you can't actually tell all the time. But you do want to make it staggered. It's a little hard to do sometimes compared to a satin stitch because of how much the staggering is, because you still want to keep it full. But it is totally possible. Do not worry. Be as short as this. So when I'm normally doing this, I put it right next to the last stitch I made so I know where to go down. Oh, so you can tell in this one I'm not gonna fix it, but I didn't make it as straight. It kind of pokes out a bit, so hopefully I can try to fix it. And this next one. And then always a reminder, pull it all the way so there's no loose thread on the back of your project. Okay, I'm kind of running out of string. This might be an issue, but I will continue. Okay, the last one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pause and then continue. Okay, now that we're close to the end, I'm actually going to show you what I mean by the last one where it says continue or backstitch. So let's go and go right next to continuing where you wanted. Down here right next to it. Okay. And then you're going to try on this other end to go on the other side, like so. And then connect it back. Okay. You can connect it. It is a little hard to do, but not impossible. It's easier to do it when you do it from the beginning, and I probably should have done that. But since I did not, we are just going to suffer. Yeah. I'm just going to call it done here. Okay, it looks kind of off. Could have been better, but I will continue. This is what it looks like on the other side. Now, let me tie it and continue. Okay, I've retied it with a different color, and we'll continue. So we'll start from the beginning on the other side, and then connect it to the stitches as much as you can. Okay. This does get a little bit difficult, but again, never impossible. Okay. This is what it looks like when it's done. I think I missed one here, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. That's what it looks like in the front. This is what it looks like in the back. And then all you have to do is tie it off once more. But this is what a long and short stitch can look like. Okay, bye.